And the focus of Unit 4, you're going to see is predominantly looking at gerunds and prepositions. And for our use case, let's look at how we can use our prepositions and those gerunds to talk about your clinical skills and your professional duties. Now, I want to kind of start off, and while people join, I want to start off with some examples. All right. Now, on this first slide, you can see a couple prepositional phrases. Now, these prepositional phrases are going to work with your gerunds. You might ask, teacher, what's a gerund? So, a gerund is a ing word. Now, a lot of your verbs can be used with ing. And when we use the ing form, we can also use it as a noun. All right. Now, before diving into deep, let's quickly see if we can practice here. All right. I'm going to just call in some of you and let's add a little text box here on the screen. And let's practice. Good at, responsible for, interested in charge of, afraid of. All right. And we're going to combine those with our gerund phrases. All right. Let me start off with Ana Laura. Anna, can you tell me something you are good at? For example, I am good at playing football. Can you think of something you're good at, Anna?
Mm, I don't know. I'm thinking. Um, I don't know.
Choose anything. Are you good at cooking? You can also be bad at. Are you bad at cooking? Tell me anything.
Yes, I think I'm a good at trading patience.
There you go. All right. Remember, we're going to be focusing on professional skills and clinical duties. So good. Anna is good at, and I'm going to change it. Anna is good at treating patients. All right, let's try another one. Responsible for. Alexis, tell me something you're responsible for. For example, I am responsible for publishing the posts on the website. Think of something that you're responsible for, Alexis. Can you
Sorry,
tell
can
me
you
something?
repeat?
Yeah, of course. Tell me something you are responsible for. We're practicing our prepositions and our verbs in ing. And before we go deep into it, let's see if you can think of phrases with some of these prepositions. All right. For example, Anna is good at treating patients. I am good at playing football, or I used to be good at playing football. I am responsible for publishing on the website. Can you tell me something you are responsible for, Alexis? Mhm. And it can be simple things, guys. Could be buying the groceries. It could be um, learning new procedures. All right. Choose things from your real life. It's easier to make examples. All right. Maybe Alexis, you're responsible for typing out the group work. Think about something you are responsible for, Alexis. And for those,
Alexis
mhm,
responsible uh, explaining
explaining, good.
at at treatment.
The
Um,
treatment, yeah. All right, don't worry, we can stop there. Explaining the treatment, Alexis, that's good. All right, another one we can practice with is interested in. All right, now I'm interested in a lot of things. For example, I'm interested in learning new strategies. It's always good to be learning right like now, learning about artificial intelligence. Ashley, can you tell me something you are interested in right now? Daniela?
Yes. Uh, Daniela is interested in learning French.
Good, there you go. And now, and because you know Spanish, French is going to be so easy for you. Just be careful with the pronunciation. Lots of breathing in French pronunciation. All right. Jennifer, let's do in charge of. Right. Now, we all have different responsibilities. And one of my responsibilities is paying the bills. So I am in charge of paying the bills. Jennifer, can you think of something you are in charge of?
Ah, yes. Jennifer is in charge of studying.
You're right. Because if Jennifer doesn't study, Jennifer is not going to pass. Studying, and let's make it even a little bit longer, studying for her exams. All right. I see some people still joining. Let me let them in. And let's also practice with afraid of. Now, we all have our different fears. Luna, let's practice with afraid of. I am afraid of losing my keys. So I always double check my pockets and my bag to make sure I have my keys. Can you tell me something you are afraid of, Luna?
Yes. Um, Loma is afraid of my um, afraid of cooking for
Cooking? Yeah, cooking.
uh for dinner.
Of cooking dinner. Let's take out the off, all right? Cooking
Okay.
dinner. Let's make it a little bit clearer. She doesn't know what to choose, all right? And I'll pause here as well. Many times we'll have options of how we want to express ourselves. And I'm talking to you guys about gerunds, these ing words. But many times you will see an option to use what we call an infinitive, what to choose. Now, to choose and cooking, cooking is a gerund, to choose is an infinitive. These will appear in a lot of your study material together. All right. Now, in your unit specifically, that's unit 4. You're going to see more about gerunds. All right. So it's looking more about the ing forms plus certain words, the preposition forms and certain verbs. But of course, I have to make sure that I share these things with you. Let me let in Kathy, because these are also super important. When we think of the gerund phrases, we are generally thinking of how to express an idea that has an ing, but the ing is not really working as a verb. But let's recap first of all. What is this ing form? Well, the ing can firstly be a verb. We see a lot of the ing in the continuous form, whether it's present, past, or future continuous. We need the verb to be and the ing. Like Anthony was fishing, the boys have been playing tennis, we will be working when you arrive. However, we can also use it to express noun type activities. Now, these noun activities, these are the gerund phrasings where we are using the action, but more like a thing. All right? So, first, we can have the ing work as a subject, as an object, or as a complement. All right? Subject, smoking cost a lot of money. Object, I don't like writing. And complement, my favorite occupation is reading. In all three of these sentences, the verbs are different. The main verb here is cost, the main verb here is like, and the main verb here is to be. However, we can use our gerunds or ing forms to be the subject, the object, or the complement. Now, sometimes the ing form is the object. Other times, the ing form is going to be combined with the object. All right? For example, smoking cigarettes. That's the subject. Smoking cigarettes cost a lot of money. As an object, I don't like writing letters, and I hate reading emails. And as a complement, my favorite occupation is reading detective stories. When they are like these, we're going to call them a clause. All right. So this is a subject clause, an object clause, a complement clause. But in all three forms, the goal there, guys, is for it to be the noun, the thing in the sentence that we are focusing on. Now, in your units, we saw a big highlighting of prepositions. And that's because prepositions help us to know this is a good sentence to use a gerund, right? So if you see a sentence with a preposition, then after that preposition, we're going to have a gerund, an ing verb. Now, in our first examples, good at, responsible for, interested in charge of, those words at the end, those were prepositions. So we can know that after those prepositions, we're going to use an ing. For example, I will call you after arriving. Please have a drink before leaving. I look forward to meeting you. All right. Tara always dreams about going on holiday. All of those words are prepositions, and we generally follow them with the gerund form. Now, some sentences are better with the infinitive form. So knowing when to choose the ing and when to choose the to and your verb is also important. They are often mistaken. So sometimes we use the to when we should be using the ing and vice versa. So it's important that I make sure that I talk a little bit about the infinitives. It depends on the verb. Lots of our verbs are going to go with the infinitive. Some of them can be used with both, and some of them can only be used with gerunds. Understanding the pattern, seeing the pattern will help you a lot. We saw some passive voice sentences, but how about us doing some practice? Let me move I think everyone is in. Thank you guys for adding your names. I'm going to put the participant list over on my next screen. And let's do some examples of using the ing. All right, so let me close this add. All right, let's see if you can figure out the best option. And let's continue here with Sharon. Sharon, number 1.
I dislike going to the movies by myself.
Exactly. Dislike, we're going to see more about this on the 21st. Dislike and like and love usually gets followed by our gerund phrases, right? I think, you know who I missed earlier? Let me go back up the list. Allison, number 2.
We started eating dinner without you.
All right. Now start. All right, let's go all the way down to the bottom of the list. Start. Start is one of those verbs where you can use both and the meaning does not change. All right. If you say, I start eating without you, or I started to eat without you, both of them are correct. All right. So this is one of those examples where you can use either or. Who else I missed earlier? Yeah, Bareda Sanchez. Jimena.
Yes.
Number 3.
I can imagine mm, buying my own house.
All right. This is one of those examples, can't imagine, where imagine almost always goes with a gerund. All right. Let's go with Catherine. Number 4, Kathy.
Sí, voy. Is I use it to watch the television show all the time.
Good. Now, used to is the form that we use when we're talking about past habits. All right. So that was an easy one. Number 5, Luis. Antonio, Luis Antonio. I don't know if we have any other Luis, but be careful. Number 5,
I always eat breakfast before going to school.
I always eat breakfast before our preposition going to school. Excellent stuff. All right, Yvonne, number 6.
When do you practice playing the piano?
Right. Good. Number 7, Daniela Arzarte.
Yes, my grandmother prefers reading science fiction books.
All right. Now, prefers. Prefers is one of those verbs that talks about likes and dislikes. It can be used for both as well. All right. So it's okay if you say she prefers reading science books and she prefers to read, and it doesn't change the meaning. All right. Number 8. Let's go with Donna.
Yes, answer yeah. My teacher said my essay needs correcting by tomorrow.
All right. Alonso, number 9. Are you with us,
I am
Nivel?
used to see
Mm-hmm.
her in a bad mood.
I'm used to. All right. I am is your clue. I am used to seeing her in a bad mood. All right. Also past habit, but notice the difference here. I used to watch, habit, start, and finished. You don't watch that TV show anymore. But here, I am. She is still having bad moods. All right. So I am used to this habit. Used to, gonna be followed by your ing. All right. And number 10, let's go with Lorena.
Yes. Are you what you said to smoke I pipe?
He used to smoke a pipe. Old man always smoking his pipe with his tobacco. But he doesn't do it anymore. But he used to do it in the past. All right. Those are some examples of choosing between the infinitive and the gerund. Now, how is this useful? Well, it's useful for, as we mentioned, talking about your professional skills and also talking about your clinical duties. All right, so let's switch back. One of the things that you're obviously dealing with nowadays is school. All right, so as you talk about your day to day, you might be using your gerunds as subjects or as objects or as complements. Now here I have 4 examples of gerunds as subjects: memorizing anatomy and terminology, practicing procedures on dental models, managing difficult or anxious patients, and balancing clinical hours and studying. Those were things that are generally hard for new dentists. But what about you guys? Let's get some examples. Let's see if we can do 4 quick examples. And let's start with Annette. Annette, what is the hardest part of dental school for you?
¿Lo leo?
No, dame un ejemplo de lo que es lo más difícil para ti ahora y vamos practicando haciendo nuestros verbos en forma de gerundio.
Ah, ok, ok.
Entonces, si quieres empezar, dime, ¿qué es lo más difícil ahora para ti eh, en la escuela?
Practice with, es que no sé cómo se diga, cavidad,
¿Con qué?
con las cavidades en
Ah,
restauradora.
good. That's a really good one. All right, let's put it on the screen. Let me make the box a little bit lower. Practicing with cavities and restorative models. All right, let's practice. Practicing with cavities.
Practicing with cavities and restorative models.
All right, and we can make a full sentence is hard for me. Go ahead, Annette.
Practice with cavities and restorative models is hard for me.
Good. All right. Now, of course, we can also use your ing as an object or as a complement. Let's go with Miss Cuevas.
Yes, también digo una
Dime,
igual. Ok.
dime lo más difícil ahora en la escuela.
Memorizing the bones
Ah, that's a good one. Memorizing all the bones. All right.
in the head.
All right. So for Harumi, memorizing all the bones in the head is difficult. All right. Good example. I like it. All right. Make sure to finish all your sentences with full stops. Good job. All right. Let's practice, Harumi.
For Harumi, memorizing all the bones in the head is difficult.
Good. All right. Let's go with Lorena Hernandez Morales. Give me an example. What's the hardest part of dental school for you?
Yeah, sometimes collaborating with
Mhm.
classmates on case.
Only sometimes? Oh my goodness. I remember this very much. Even a couple years when I was in my master's program. Oof, rough. All right. So sometimes collaborating with classmates can be, and let's give you a new phrase, rough. Different in terms of textual, but it's similar to the word hard. All right, practice with me. Sometimes.
Mm. Yes, sometimes collaborating with classmates can be rough.
Good. All right. Zania, you give me an example.
Podría ser attending to patients for the first time.
Yeah,
Es que, bueno, da
that
nervios.
that is really, really true. All right. So attending to patients for the first time can be, I'm going to give you a new phrase, nerve wracking. Right? Makes you sometimes want to shake. All right, practice with me. Attending.
Attending to patients for the first time can be nerve-wracking.
Exactly. All right. Notice here we're using our ing words, guys, and we're creating sentences. So some of your sentences will have prepositions, some of them won't. All right. But the idea is use your ing words to express these ideas. All right. You'll see them in the video. I didn't grab any notes and I want us to keep on practicing. All right. So let me clear my screen and let's keep on going. When it comes to the prepositions, you want to make sure you're choosing the right ones. All right, so here are some examples of some prepositional phrases and how you can use those prepositional phrases with your gerunds right after. All right, let's see. Herrera Ruiz, Mariana, read for us the examples.
Yes. Sería, she is excellent at matching compressed shells.
Keep going. Next one.
The assistant is in charge for studying the instruments.
All right, keep going.
I am interested in specializing in orthodontics.
Okay,
Some patients are afraid of undergoing surgery.
good. All right, so notice we can definitely use our prepositions. Always put your gerunds right after your prepositions. All right. So look at the location of your preposition, guys, and put your gerunds right after. As we use them, we get more and more comfortable creating sentences. All right. Now let's take, for example, Dr. Perez. All of these things are happening to one person, right? I can use the verb to be with all of these, right? So I can simply say, Dr. Perez is. Let me put is. And all of these phrases can be used, all right? So let's just practice some simple sentences here as well. Estefania Izquierdo. Read for me, Dr. Perez.
Yeah. Doctor Pérez, diagnostic periodontal disease.
Dr. Perez is good at.
Doctor Pérez good at his diagnostic periodontal disease.
Good. Keep going. Dr. Perez is excellent at.
Explain procedures to patients.
Keep going. Dr. Perez is.
Specializing in orthodontics.
All right, full sentence. Dr. Perez is.
Doctor Pérez is responsible for managing the sterilization protocols.
Good. Keep going.
Doctor Pérez is in challenge of trying the new assistants.
All right, one more.
And Dr. Pérez is afraid of making mistakes during instruction.
Good. All right. All of those sentences, your main verb is. And you can use your different prepositional phrases and your gerunds to make complete ideas clearer. All right. Now, let's put it to practice. You can put in your names or you can choose another doctor's name and choose an idea and complete the sentences with your own ideas. Invent some things, guys. All right, let's start with Alain. Dr. Jimenez.
Doctor Jiménez. ¿Se completa con las ideas?
Yeah, your ideas.
Doctor
Jimenez is
is in charge of sterilizing
sterilizing. Uh-huh.
material.
The material after the operations. Good. All right. Let's go with the doctor, Jimenez. Dr. Angie Jimenez.
Okay, teacher. Dr. Perez is responsible for supervising,
Mhm. Supervising.
trading,
Uh-huh.
trading, scheduling.
Okay, he's responsible for supervising the training, scheduling. All right, those are three verbs. Choose one.
Okay.
Dime uno. Él está responsable para el entrenamiento de quién? ¿Supervisión de qué? Agendando qué
Ah,
cosa?
agendando tratamientos.
All right, good. So,
Excelente.
so Dr. Angie Jimenez is responsible for scheduling treatment. Repeat.
Dr. Jimenez is responsible for treatment,
Or scheduling
scheduling,
treatment.
treatment.
All right. Karina, let's practice here.
Yes. Dr. Jimenez is afraid of hiding
Handling. Uh-huh.
sharp or cutting material.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful. Good job. Carla Juarez, next one. Dr. Juarez is excellent at?
Dr. Juarez is excellent at diagnosing disease.
Yes, she is. Good job, Dr. Juarez. All right, let's go with Dr. Ivanovich.
Dr. Ivanovich is interesting in, especially in orthodontics.
Specializing in orthodontics. Okay. Dr. Alexa Martinez, talk to me about your clinic.
Yes, our clinic is focused on um, offering friendly service and improving patients' smile.
Oh my goodness. Wonderful. Really good. All right, let's keep going. Now, look at your skills, think of your duties, your goals, and practice. All right, I'll go now with Yetzarali, Estrella. What are you good at?
Mm, what are you good at in a clinical setting?
Ok, pausa. Dime tú, ¿de qué estás muy cómodo hacer? Háblame de una de tus habilidades.
I am skilled at eliminating calculus.
Good. That's a very good skill. Thank you. Melissa, what are you responsible for? Think of the same ideas.
I am responsible for, um, ¿cómo se diría programar pacientes?
Or, all right, remember we had the verb here. Scheduling. Scheduling. All right. I am responsible for scheduling patients. Repeat.
Specialing
I
patient.
I am.
I am is responsible for sexually patient.
Good. All right. Miriam, what are you interested in?
Yes, teacher. I am interested in studying dental anatomy.
Good. All right. Paula Karen, concerns.
Ay, perdón. I am afraid of creating patients.
Oh, don't be afraid of treating them. Just find the best options. All right. Tanya, anticipation.
Es el penúltimo, ¿verdad?
Yeah, I look forward to
I look forward to learning new techniques
techniques. Good job.
and improving my clinical skills.
Nice. I love it. And last one, Ana Sofia.
I am not very good at doing dental impressions.
Oh, well, you gotta practice so you can improve. All right, guys. So this is what the first part of the unit is all about. All right. So create your new folders, get in there and start practicing. Next week, I believe we have a long weekend, so use that opportunity to work extra hard on catching up. We're gonna be focusing on doing everything in terms of concluding our unit on the 21st. So I'll have these two as a main part of our class then. And by then, we will have the exam open so you can review the use of passive voice and how to talk about likes and dislikes. Remember, try to practice a lot before, and when the exam is open, do it as soon as possible. Don't wait until the last minute. All right? I'll be looking out to seeing some of you. Some of you are falling behind, so I'll be sending messages to check in to make sure that you are on track towards getting your accreditation. Of course, if you have questions, just reach out to me, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Do take care and keep on practicing. Until next time, bye bye for now.